morning and welcome to the United States of Africa broadcast. I'm Akosua Prempeh, bringing you today's top story from the heart of the Pan-African movement. Today, we focus on a historic and inspiring moment, Captain Ibrahim Traoré's powerful message as he receives the Manifesto for a new Pan-Africanism. In his speech, the Burkinabe leader reminds Africa and the world that the future of our continent depends on education, unity, and the awakening of African consciousness. He calls on the youth to rediscover our true history, embrace our identity, and build a model of development rooted in African values, free from foreign domination. This message goes beyond politics. It's a rallying cry for every African to stand tall, to produce, transform, and consume what we create, right here on African soil. Before we dive into the full address, don't forget to subscribe to United States of Africa TV, like this video, and share it widely with your family and friends across the continent and the diaspora. Together, we can connect Africans everywhere and promote the unity our ancestors dreamed of. Stay tuned as we bring you the complete message from Captain Ibrahim Traoré, a call for a new dawn, a united Africa, and a revolution of the mind.
Hello. I am very happy and very humbled to welcome you this morning. I want to sincerely thank all of you who have made the significant trip from Ouagadougou to graciously support us, truly honor us, and thoughtfully accompany us at this important event, which is not necessarily a happy one, but rather a profoundly thought-provoking one. I genuinely believe you have set the perfect tone for this to be a resounding success. This particular university that has been meticulously organized is only a small, yet crucial part of what we profoundly hope to see flourishing across the entire continent of Africa. Only the awakening of consciousness through education will enable us to support our revolutions and change the face of Africa. It all starts with us. I thank you from the bottom of my heart for taking your time and energy to share knowledge, to exchange with your brothers from Burkina Faso and from all over Africa. Because you are being followed today through digital platforms which have managed to break down barriers, which have succeeded in diminishing the voices of the imperialists who, before these digital platforms, were the only ones who could get their message across through radio and television. So thank you very much to everyone for being here. Thank you for this message. Thank you for the encouragement you have come to give us. And I thank you 1,000 times, 1,000 times, 1,000 times again. Thank you so much. I think today everyone must understand that the world order, as you said so well, there are only two sides. And everyone will have to choose their side. Those who claim to be neutral either have absolutely no understanding or perhaps their brains are switched off. It must be said clearly. There is no possible neutrality. There are the oppressors and there are the oppressed. And as a revolutionary loves all peoples. That's the proof. Many have come from other continents to support us, to help us in this struggle. Because all peoples who aspire to this freedom, to this development, to this harmony, to this unity that we seek among the peoples of the world are united by the bonds of revolution. That is why there are no barriers, and a revolutionary loves the people. Wherever there is oppression, wherever there are peoples dominated by others, revolutionaries must be able to make their voices heard. And so thank you to those of you who have come from the European continent, from the Americas, from all over to support us, because the cause of Thomas Sankara, certainly on October 15th, 1987, people thought they had assassinated the man and his ideas. They tried to destroy all the archives, even going so far as to use our national television. People tried to destroy everything that could exist. They are witnesses. You can go to RTB and ask them. All the archive boxes were emptied. They tried to completely erase the facts about Thomas Sankara. Thank God some people were able to preserve many things about him. Today, more than ever, we realize that yes, the man, the flesh, is gone, but his spirit remains in the world. Today, many African heads of state hide behind a so-called democracy fabricated in the African way, trying perhaps to copy their imperialist master. But today, democracy is limited. It has developed, it has reached its peak. Today, it is in decline. That must be acknowledged. We need to be able to create our own model. And our model is African. And as they say, if the meaning of the word democracy is as they claim, then it was born in Africa. So here we have our own way of seeing things. We must become Africans again and accept to live as Africans. As Comrade President Thomas Sankara said, it is the only way to live free and to live with dignity. Who today, more than you, can deliver this message to the whole world? Who today, more than you, can awaken consciousness? As I said, everything starts there. If the youth do not know their history, they cannot understand today's world. They cannot understand anything about geopolitics. No matter how much you travel the land, they will never be able to understand the approach of the revolution. It goes without saying that from now on, wherever we are, we must be able to share the message of our history, where we come from, what we are doing today, why the world is the way it is, so that people can understand and join the movement of the revolution. And so that we can move forward toward harmonious development, toward a true African Union. Because this so-called African Union that we talk about today is just for show. We don't feel it. There is no union. The continent is torn apart by wars, all of it due to manipulation by imperialists. They only want to see us divided, killing each other while they plunder our wealth. But the message must get through. We must raise awareness, we must never stop speaking out. Some will say that many of you talk a lot. I've been accused of that for a long time myself, but you always have to speak up. I once met the Venezuelan president, and he told me that the father of the revolution spoke on the radio every day. And he himself, who was his son, wondered why he spoke every single day. And Chavez said it, you must always speak so that people understand the message, and so that the message of imperialism cannot get through. Today, more than ever, he understood this, and he came just to encourage me to keep speaking out. While on the continent, our brothers, perhaps those who still haven't understood anything, tell us that we talk too much. And often it's these so-called intellectuals who perhaps haven't understood, who have been completely shaped by the Western system, by the imperialist system, who think we talk too much because they can't understand or grasp the message we're conveying. Unfortunately, that's their weakness too. But we must keep speaking out. Our young people need to wake up. Just before coming here, I went to encourage a young woman who was once fought against when she tried to process our cotton, a medical absorbent cotton product that's used and all that. She was fought against, her factory was shut down, her machines were all dismantled and put away. When we arrived, we tried to support her. The factory reopened this morning. I went to see the workers. What is happening? That's exactly what Africa needs. To produce, to process, and to consume. And we will continue to encourage these kinds of initiatives. But all of this comes from a change in mindset. And also, I would say, by forcing the hand of some people, and that's where the revolution lies. Because changing the mentality of the bourgeoisie is difficult. And it is this bourgeoisie that oppresses and continues to collaborate with imperialism because they have the means and also communicate. They use every channel to keep young Africans stagnant. That's how young Africans end up drowning, dying by the thousands in the ocean, trying to reach the so-called El Dorado. But we need to be able to create it here, and it's possible. We have embarked on this revolution, and I believe that today, for Africa, it is the only path that can lead to real development. Beyond that, I don't see any other method that can withstand the maneuvers of imperialism and its local lackeys on the ground. You won't be able to move forward. They will always put obstacles in your way, through the very laws that the imperialists themselves have put forward and developed, through the organizations and institutions that the imperialists helped establish in our states. We have to be able to break all of that so that Africa can re-emerge, unite, and move forward. Wars have torn us apart too much. Talk about the wars. Speak, try to touch their hearts. We are at war in Burkina, we know where it comes from, and we are fighting. But when we look at the history of certain countries, it breaks our hearts even more. Sudan, Congo, in short, there are too many places where thousands of brothers are dying. It's heartbreaking day after day. Here, it's individuals manipulated by imperialism sitting on the other side who send them a bit of money, fuel, weapons, ammunition, and they kill their own brothers. They roam through the countryside, killing without even knowing why they're doing it. But all of this is because minds are still switched off. We need to be able to wake up the minds of many Africans so that we can come together, and this is serious. And it's through the communication that you are doing. You are already doing it very well, and I encourage you to continue these meetings. We have created the Institute of Black Peoples. We are in the process of making it operational, and I hope that everyone will participate, either in person or via video conference, to continue educating our youth so that they take responsibility, understand the world, and so that Africa can finally awaken, and so that we can unite and live with dignity and freedom. And as I have said before, a revolutionary loves all peoples. It is politics that often causes people to confuse the peoples. But politics should not divide peoples. So let us work, no matter our position, to unite peoples and not to divide them. But we must, in one way or another, get politicians to change their approach in Africa. And here as well, we will continue to speak out, even if it is not diplomatic, but we will do it. Finally, thank you very much. We could spend the whole year talking and we would not finish, but there are so many topics, so many fields to plow that we have to start, and we have to start somewhere. Thank you. I encourage you to start working now, and God willing, I am convinced that we will succeed in changing things in Africa and that the African Union will become a reality. Best of luck to everyone. I pray to God that you all return safe and sound to your respective countries, to your respective homes. May God bless you, may God protect you, and may we meet again for the next ceremony and on other occasions to continue awakening the continent, to unite and bring ourselves closer together. Thank you all very much. May God protect you. Homeland or death, we shall know.
Now we'd love to hear from you. Do you believe Africa is ready to build its own model of development, free from foreign control? And what steps do you think young Africans should take to awaken the continent and unite our nations? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Your voice matters because Africa speaks with one voice, the United States of Africa.